Shalom, shalom, Israel.
Shalom.
First and foremost, before we start this lesson, we want to give all honor, glory, and praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, Ba'ashem Kakwadash. My name is Tazim Akamav.
Shaquat Rakah.
And we coming from the camp Prophets in Babylon here in Tampa, Florida. We want to give double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone that teach this truth, and Ruel. Peace and salutation to the hopeful elect that scatter abroad. All right. And just want to go into this lesson on, when you put your hand to something, do it all your might. All right. When you put your hand to something, do it with all you got, because you don't know when the opportunity is going to come again. All right. So I actually want to open up with this first precept. And before I start, the Lord had brought us into this beautiful truth. And we put our hand toward the plow. Now it's not the time to, be slothful and not fervent in it. Now it's the time to go hard at it, because we at the end of the race, and at the end you always got to go your hardest. When it's the fourth quarter, when it's the overtime, what do athletes do? They play their best game. They play their hardest, right? So I just want to get this first precept. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 9, verse 10. And it says, "Whatsoever thy hand findeth to do, do with thy might. For there is no work, nor device, nor knowledge, nor wisdom in the grave, whither thou goest." All right, so, whatever you do, whatever you put your hand towards, man, do it with all you got. 110%. All right, 110%. You're supposed to be doing this work, and this truth, it's not easy. It's not easy, but the Lord called us in there because we're capable to do it, man. Okay, it's not for it's not for the faint-hearted. It's not for just anybody, man. The Lord called you to do it, man. Okay, feel blessed to be able to have the opportunity, to be called out to do it, man. Right now we on the roster. You don't want to be benched. You don't want to be cut. Okay, you don't want to make the practice squad. You want to be on the roster. You want to be starting. Right now we starting. Okay. But let me read again. It says, "Whatsoever thy hand findeth to do, do it with thy might." Our hand touched that plow, right? Our hand touched that plow. Our hand touched that, putting up lessons and doing this work. Now it's time. We got to do it with all thy might. Okay. It says, "For there is no work, nor device, nor knowledge, nor wisdom in the grave, whither thou goest." All right. You ain't going to be doing this when you dead. You got to do this when you alive, man. You can't push when you dead. You got to push when you live. All right. So the brother Shaquat, he's going to bring out this precept right here. You go ahead,
This is the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 2, starting in verse 44, and it says, "So I asked the angel and said, Sir, what are these?"
So this is Esdras talking to the archangel, I believe Uriel. Yeah, I believe Uriel. I know he's talking to an archangel, but go ahead.
Verse 45, "He answered me and said unto me, These be they that have put off the mortal clothing, and put on the immortal, and have confessed the name of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Now are they crowned and receive palms."
Right, and it says, "He answered and said unto me, These are be that put off the mortal clothing and put on the immortal." Because once we get changed, we're not going to be in this, carnal flesh no more. We're going to be in a, immortal body where we won't sin, because this flesh is subject to sin, as the scriptures say. Tend to go off. But we're going to be put on a mortal body that the Lord is going to give us. Okay? And it says, "They have confessed the name of the Most High. Now are they crowned and receive palms," right? In this world, like I said earlier, man, it's not for everybody, man. Nobody's going to stand stiffly for the Lord all the way. Okay? So, especially when pressure come, you're going to see a lot of J fold, man. But it's about the people that stand stiff for the Lord, man. If we truly believe in this truth, and we put our hand towards the work, towards the Lord, we believe that we're going to get crowned. Man, we're going to confess the name in front of everybody. We're going to stand stiffly for his name, right? And we're not going to give up until, we receive, that reward, right? Go ahead.
Verse 46, Then I said unto the angel,
Mm-hmm.
what young person is it that crowneth them?
Right. What young person is it that crowneth them, right? Which is Yahushai. Go ahead.
Continuing on, and giveth them palms in their hands. Verse 47, so he answered and said unto me, it is the Son of the Most High, whom they have confessed in the world.
Right. Whom they confess in the world, right? In the streets, on these YouTube lessons, right? Even when nobody's around. Okay? Go ahead.
Continuing on, then began I greatly to commend them that stood so stiffly for the name of the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua.
Right. So we're not going to be swayed by what anybody got to say. All right? Like you said, like, when we do something, we got to do it 110%. And nothing should sway you from the goal. All right? In your mind, if you're in the sports, you know, you play football or basketball, whatever that may be, in the sports, you like, man, I'm finna reach the Super Bowl. I'm finna be MVP. Nobody should tell you, hey, man, you're not gonna make it. You're not gonna make it. Oh, you're not gonna be MVP. Nothing should sway you off that main focus. Okay, that's what Esdras was saying. He said, then I greatly commend them that stood so stiffly for the name of the Lord. Right, and we stand by the Lord. We're ambassadors. Ambassador is a messenger. So we stand stiffly for the name of the Lord, man. Nothing nobody got to say is going to sway us from standing stiffly in what we believe in and in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, no matter what. Okay? Even when that, death comes, interrogation, torture, man, fuck that. We're going to stand stiffly for the name of the Lord because we want that reward. We want that immortal body. We want to be crowned by Yahushua, man. Okay? We tired of being in this position. All right? Let's actually grab this. Believe Hebrews chapter 6. Yep. Hebrews 6:10. It says, for the Most High is not unrighteous to forget your work and labor of love, right? If we continue to do this work 110%, he's not going to forget your work and labor of love. All right. It says, which ye have showed towards his name, and that ye have ministered to the saints and do minister. All right, the saints are the Israelites. All right. And it says, and we desire that every one of you do show the same diligence to the full assurance of hope unto the end. So Apostle Paul was telling, hey, show that same diligence all the way to the end. So the Lord cannot say you're right. Hey, let me word it right. Going too fast. All right, so we have to show the diligence all the way to the end so the Lord, could see, hey, this man stood stiffly. He was diligent. He did what I said. And the Lord is not unrighteous to forget. You just can't stop doing it. Right? Verse 12, it says, that ye be not slothful, all right, which is lazy, but followers of them who through faith and patience inherit the promises, right? Don't be lazy. But followers of them through faith and patience inherit the promises, right? So Apostle Paul said, hey, don't be lazy, be diligent. Be, stand firm, but really believe. You got to show that you really believe. Show action, okay? Because that's what the Lord is really looking for. You can't use your words. No, the Lord requires action. He requires you to actually do it, all right? And when you actually do it, and you put in your work, and you showing the love towards the Lord because you're showing that, hey, man, I believe in you. Yahweh Shem Yahshua. I'm finna go feed your sheep. I'm finna go do this. I'm finna pray. I'm finna read. Just build a relationship, right? And show towards his name, and that ye minister to the saints and do minister. I just want to grab one more scripture. Let me see. Let's read this. Oh, you can actually read this. Go 1 Corinthians 9:25.
It's the book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 9 and verse 25. And it says...
Actually, it started at 24.
The book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 9 and 24. And it says, know ye not that they which run in a race run on, but one receiveth the prize, so run that ye may obtain.
Right, so we're all in a marathon. We're all in a race, okay? The marathon is about endurance. It's not about who's the fastest, who's going to get there the fastest. It's about that steady pace of endurance, who's going to make it all the way to the end, right? So we have to receive that prize. That prize is the crown, that number one medal, right? Go ahead.
Verse 25, and it says, "And every man that striveth for the mastery is temperate in all things.
Mm-hmm.
Now they do it to obtain a corruptible crown."
Right, which will be, these people of this world, right? They got, athletes got their rings, they got the little medals, the celebrities they got a little Grammy, they got a little Oscar, right? That's their little crown, right? It's corruptible. It could be stolen, it could be taken away from you. For example, fucking look at my brothers know football. Look at Reggie Bush. He got that little Heisman Trophy. That was his little crown, and the NCAA took that shit from him. All right, it's took, but you worked hard for it, right?
Well, Kobe Bryant, he got all those gold medals in them championships, and he couldn't bring that with him.
Look at that, bro. That's corruptible crown. But the Lord said you're gonna get an incorruptible, right? So go ahead and finish it.
Continuing on, but we are incorruptible.
Right, we're gonna get something thieves, moth, and rust cannot steal. Actually, let's grab that real quick. Thieves, break, and steal.
I got it.
Go ahead.
You want me to start in verse 19?
Go ahead.
It's the book of Matthew, chapter 6, and verse 19, and it says, "Lay not up for yourselves treasures upon earth."
Right, which is that corruptible crown. Go ahead.
Continuing on, "where moth and rust doeth corrupt,
Mm-hmm.
and when thieves break through and steal."
Right. You say you work hard for something. You accomplish all that. You put 110% into that. People will come in and steal that shit from you. Right? Super Bowl ring, MVP medals, money, clothes, BET award. Okay, go ahead.
Verse 20, "But lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven."
Mm-hmm. Which we're doing now. We're laying up treasures in heaven because, hey, this is something that can't be stolen from us. Only the Lord, if he take you out, he take you out. All right? If you make you, Lord willing, that never happens, Hey, but the Lord put the spirit on us where we're steady doing this work and we're putting up treasures in heaven. All right? Spiritual bank account. Go ahead.
Continuing on, "where neither moth nor rust doeth corrupt,
Mm-hmm.
and where thieves do not break through nor steal."
Right. Keep reading.
Verse 21, "For where your treasure is, there will your heart be also."
Right. So we're working hard to obtain that crown from Yahushua. So wherever our treasure is, that's where our mind will be also. Our mind is not in this world anymore. It's about getting salvation. So we're going to work 110% just to get it there. That's why when I brought out Ecclesiastes 9 and 10, hey, with all that might, let me just grab it again. Ecclesiastes 9 and 10. And it says, whatsoever thy hand findeth to do, doeth with thy might. Okay, so our hand is on this truth. We got to do it with all thy might. But hey, Lord willing, the Lord keep that spirit on us to endure, to have the strength to continue to endure, to push, and to show love towards him. All right, because we want that treasure that the Lord is going to give us for forsaking our mothers, brothers, sisters, all of that, just to receive 100-fold, and to receive our heart's desire that we can't receive in this world, man. All right, but when the Lord comes back, he's gonna give us our reward, man, that we worked hard for. Hey, we stocking up a 401k in the spiritual realm. That's hard. Hey, bro, we stocking up a 401k in the spiritual realm. And a lot of people, they got zero in that motherfucker. Okay? Hey, man, so Lord wills, this lesson been edifying. I'm going to give all honor, glory, and praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Kakwadash. Until next time, we say Shalom.
Shalom.